Started. I got my bands linked up. One of the things you want to keep in mind is you want to attach your bands low because you're going to be driving up and out. You want the band tension or the line of force, the vector force, to be pulling at a little bit of an upward angle or a downward angle, which way you want to think about it. So that's the first thing. I've got two linked up green band systems. All right, so you're going to need 4 bands for this system. 2 bands don't work. If you use partners with this, you're going to need to go ahead and teach your partner how to sit down a little bit so the angle increases. But it's real easy to do, and it makes it real slick then when you're out on the track to go ahead and just switch. Partner 1 goes, then partner 2 goes. Now here's what we're going to do. We're going to crisscross it. You're going to see me drop in that one, and then you're going to see me go ahead and crisscross this one over in this position. We're going to set them right down in between so they crisscross right at our sternum. Want to make sure you set. Now this is a heavy-duty band setup. If it's too big, if you see the mechanics of the movements getting bad, you want to go ahead and downgrade it to a lesser band and have them work on it. Again, it's a 1-step drill. You're going to notice I'm going about a yard and a half. There's no way you can overstretch the bands on this. It's a great way to work on starts. Let me take you through the progression. First of all, we got a bench. We got to have something out in front to work on initially. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a bench out there. I'm going to show you all my starts with my right foot so you can see the mechanics, hopefully, from the angle, what we're going to do. We're going to put the bench here. Now all I'm going to do is work on a real quick explosive movement off my right with very much of an assisted thruster. So you're down, set, and you want to work on head alignment, posture, and explode. What you're working on is that posterior chain on that right side getting out and exploding. That's step number 1. Step number 2, now we're going to go into the track stance, but we're still going to use assistance. What we're going to do now is we're going to get into our track stance. Okay, now I don't have blocks, so you're welcome to use blocks with this as well. But you also can just do it, like I said, in your boot camps. You're going to be down, you're going to go up into your start position, and you're going to go ahead and explode out, and you're going to touch the bench. That's going to give you a little sense of balance. Reload, right back down in. Set, back down. One more time. Set. Step number 2. I try to teach athletes to get into using a trigger. My trigger is my right hand. I like to get my right hand moving quick. Teach triggers. Teach them to get out quick. Level number 3. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to break it into no touch. The bench is still in front of us, but we're not going to touch it. So we're going to go down. We're going to get into our track stance. Set. Now if they have to touch it, it's there if they need it. But otherwise you're right here. Set. Now the cool thing about this drill is the bands actually suspend you. So it's easier to stay low, really make them focus on their eye contact, where they're going to be looking at, so they keep their head position very well. It's very important as track coaches, you know that. I'm not a track coach, but I know this drill has been very successful for our kids getting stronger out of the blocks. So I hope it helps you out. Now, you can hear my heart rate up. You start knocking these out for 30-second periods, tell me, your boot campers and your fitness people are going to love it. Let's look at the next step, step number 4. Now I'm going to angle out because we're going to put 2 steps with it. I want to see the quick reactive steps. So we're going to be down, set, and you hold it to get that trunk to engage, and then you come back slow. No coming back fast. They got to be able to stick that. What that teaches them is how to continue to explode out and stay tight. If they just go out and get snapped back, that's not what we're looking for. So again, down, set, and right there. How fast can they get it? Last thing I want to share with you is their foot position. This is a great way to watch as a coach to see if they're getting their foot position where you want it. You know where it has to be, right underneath them. If they're overstriding, understriding, it's very easy to pick up with this. Thrusters, great way to go ahead, get into that track season, get those kids starting to get out of the blocks, or just get your boot campers racked up. Can you go into a 3-point stance? Absolutely. You could do this whole thing out of a 3-point stance so that your football players and your kids that's got to come out of it, set, and you can come out of the same thing. out of a 3-point stance. Can you do it out of a 2-point stance? Absolutely, you can do it out of a 2-point stance. So, again, when it comes to bands, things are unlimited. Thrusters, starts, whatever you want to call them, get them to your athletes, get them to your boot campers, have a good time with it.